Hey, this is Leon from Evolve North Coffee Roasters. Today, we are checking out the Marzocco KB90 and just seeing some of the cool features about this machine. All right, let's talk about just some quick internal stuff. This machine comes equipped with 4 boilers in total. 1 boiler per group head and 1 main boiler for steam and hot water. Now, thanks to this multi-boiler machine, we can control temperatures for each group head and for our steam pressure and hot water pressure. Now this ensures for temperature stability across all 3 group heads and steam and hot water pressure that will never fail you. Cool, now let's move to the front of the machine to check out the specs that the barista will interact with. Alright, first up is what they call the Pro Touch Steam Wand. So as you see, we don't need no anti-burn rubber because it is double insulated. I can hold my hand and go full speed, and it will never get hot. The only part that you can't touch is the tip on the bottom of the steam wand. This will get hot. So right next to the steam wand, we have our hot water button, and we can program 2 different doses. The first one is activated by a simple touch. Look at that hot water pressure, no bubbling, just straight. And the second program is activated by holding it down for about 2 seconds. Okay, now we move on to one of the highlights of this machine, the straight-in portafilter. So we press down to unlock, and we slide out to grab a portafilter. Now there are 2 main benefits to have a straight-in portafilter system. So first, ergonomic-wise, it's super quick for workflow, in, out, ready. And number 2, we don't have to do this movement anymore and save our wrists for future issues. Now, for baristas that have been working for years, it is common for them to develop some RSI problems. This will eliminate that, as we are not straining our wrists, we are literally just going in and out. With the KB90, we get another cool feature with the straight-in portafilter. We get an automatic steam flush to clean out our group heads. So we've just poured a shot, and as soon as I take it out, it will give me an automatic steam flush. So after I unlock it and take it out, steams come out and give me an auto flush. Now, the last feature I'm going to talk to you guys about is probably the coolest, and it's the way we can program our recipes. So the KB90 has 3 different programs. We have volumetric, we have mass, and we have brew ratio. Okay, first is volumetric. Volumetric is industry standard on how we program our machines. It measures the amount of water going into our portafilter by using pulses from our flow meter. The next way is mass, and this is when we start using our scales which are inbuilt in our machine. So mass mode weighs the amount of grams that end up in our cup. Now the way that it works, we put our cup on the scale, it will tear it and is ready for the coffee dripping into it, and it will stop when we've reached our desired weight. The third mode is brew ratio. Now this is where our scales weigh our coffee going in and our coffee grammage coming out. So let's say our recipe is a 1:2 ratio, meaning 1 part coffee and 2 parts the amount of grams that finish up in my cup. So let's say our weight in is 20 grams, so that's 1 part. The 2 parts after that have to be 40 grams because it is a 1:2 ratio. So if I put in 20 grams of coffee, I should get 40 grams of espresso in my cup. So let's say for some reason we do a 18 gram shot in, it will automatically give me 36 grams out because that is 1:2. So this ensures that we get our target mass out without worrying about offsets. Okay, so this is mass mode. We put our portafilter in. As soon as we press our desired shot button, it's going to tear the scale and the cup to 0, ready to measure our weight in coffee. These are the grams that are showing up on the scale. So right now we are 20 grams. It'll stop at about 36 to 37 grams. So it stopped at 34 grams to reach our desired grammage, which is 37. All right, let's do a shot using the brew ratio mode. Let's see how we go. Step 1, let's grab our coffee into our portafilter. Alright, so we actually get to weigh the amount of coffee going in using our scales, and we do this by holding down button 1 on each grip head. So we're using the first grip, so button 1 until it flashes. Then we put our grip handle like this. It's weighing 20.4, so that will calculate the 1 part coffee, which is 20.4, to the 2 parts of the grammage that it wants out. So if I lock my coffee in and go to extract, it is calculated that it should go to 40.8 grams out. As you can see, it is super close, 41 grams. And that's how we use the brew ratio mode. Okay, the last feature I want to show you is the cleaning mode and how easy and effective it is. So let's grab our blind filter, slot it in, and all we do is press button 1 and 3 at the same time until this button flashes. And we see here it has a countdown on our cleaning cycle. Now with this machine, we can still use the other 2 groups while number 1 is cleaning. So that was the Marzocco KB90. It is nicknamed the ultimate workflow machine, and it perfectly describes it. This machine is an absolute workhorse, and it comes with so many innovative features to play with.